So, happy Friday. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about something that um, is kind of out there in the open right now with all this hate and discontent in the world. You know, we live in such a diverse society made up of different skin colors, different beliefs, different backgrounds. It's hard to forget. I'll rephrase, it's easy to forget that there's a whole other sect of society that is completely and marginally forgotten about by the system that they were created and gave their lives for to protect. And that is the American veteran. We live in a society where a person's skin color determines what political party they believe. We live in a society where right versus left. If you're one side or the other, you're always wrong. We live in a society where you can't walk down the street and see Black Lives Matter spray painted on the side of a building. We live in a society where people are marginally forgotten about for political stance, political power, and political expediency. Political stance, political power, and political expediency. Let that sink in a minute. The United States veterans that put their lives on the line every day and across the country because the government has forgotten about them. Not the guys on active duty. The guys on active duty put their butts on the line every day. It's the U.S. veterans that are out here on the streets. I see it every day. There are veterans in this country who get substandard care from the VA system, while illegal immigrants come in here and get free health care. We live in a society where people are the first to say thank you for your service, but they do nothing to perpetuate or to help those people who put their butts on the line. You know, I work with the homeless veteran community. Anybody who knows me knows that I do that. And these guys are out here legitimately struggling to survive. Outside of the coronavirus, outside of any other kind of thing right now going on in the world, these guys are out here legitimately trying to survive. Now, yeah, granted, a lot of them are a victim of their circumstances, and that's fine. They're willing to man up and change their mindset and change their mentality. But the problem is not just the veterans themselves. The total problem is the society that has chosen to allow them to be on the street because all they want to do is say thank you for your service and go to the VA. Thank you for your service and go to the VA. You'd be surprised how many people say that on a regular basis to a veteran. Well, let me tell you something about the VA. People want free health care. People want socialized medicine in this country. The VA is a prime example of what happens when you allow the government to take over your health care. 22 veterans a day in this country die by their own hand because mental health services, physical health services, and any kind of services from the VA are lacking. But yeah, we can allow illegal immigrants to come into our country? None of this makes sense. See, veterans, we are our own society. We are our own culture. We have our own language. We have our own way of interacting with each other. We have our own ways of talking to each other, interacting with each other. And we are forgotten about by society. We are forgotten about by the majority of the people in this country. I'm an Iraq vet. I know Iraq and Afghanistan vets that are far worse off than I will ever be. There's guys out there that are far worse off than they will ever be. The problem with the system is they are too worried about a man's skin color, so worried about certain sects of society that we can't get along with each other. Veterans, we don't ask for anything. We took an oath. We put on the uniform, volunteered to go to war for our country. Or in some cases, some of these older veterans were drafted to go to war for their country. But our country has forgotten us. That's my point. Certain sects of this society and within our country are forgotten about, majority-wise, because we're so focused on Black Lives Matter, Latino Lives Matter, Gay Lives Matter, Straight Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. Okay, that's fine. Why can't all lives matter? Why doesn't your life matter? Why doesn't my life matter? Why does it got to be a black person's life matter? Why does it got to be any of this? The question we need to ask ourselves, what are we going to do about the people in this society that are forgotten about? Let that sink in. What are we going to do about the people in this society that are forgotten about? As a society, we can't continue down this path. It's a bad road to go down. Open a history book. Everything that's going on right now was going on in Iraq, Afghanistan, Nazi Germany, Russia. All of that was going on. Open a history book, folks, and you will see the society and the certain people within society are forgotten about. In 2020, I suggest everybody vote what their conscience is. Don't vote left, don't vote right. Vote what you feel is the best for this country. Don't forget about the people in society that are forgotten about, marginalized, and forced to eat shit because the government forgot about them. Happy Friday, everybody.